This bull market is a bit different. In previous bull markets, you could buy any coin you wanted and it would pump and you would make a lot of money. This time round, it's a bit different. You have to be selective over which altcoins you're gonna buy. And that's what I'm being. I'm only putting money into specific coins. I'm not like spray and pray. We used to do spray and pray, where you just put money into everything and as an index, hopefully the index rises. But that as a strategy doesn't work anymore because as time has proven, most token models are bad, most crypto investments are bad. So how can we avoid the bad ones and only invest in the good ones? Well, today I'm going to show you two projects that I am very confident are two of the very best projects to buy in this bull market. They have been performing for a while now and they will continue to perform because this pump won't be triggered by hype. It will be triggered by real world users requiring the token because they're using the application. Now we're still trying to turn $10,000 into $1 million as well, but we're actually starting the challenge again to give everybody an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of the next challenge. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in today's video, as well as discussing the price of Ethereum, discussing the price of Bitcoin, discussing the price of Solana, and giving entry and exit targets so that you can trade profitably to build your own fortune. So without further ado, let's crack on. And the first thing I want to bring up here is Stonksy has gone long on the 5-minute chart here, and Stonksy is one of the most accurate indicators possible on Bitcoin. It is coded with Bitcoin in mind, and currently it is longing the price of Bitcoin here. You can see of the recent trades that Stonksy has taken, it has taken pretty much nothing but profitable trades. A lovely short position there, another lovely short position here. Sure, a not profitable short position, but it was initially profitable, and now we're going long again. The market is definitely due a bounce today, tomorrow, at some point this week, and that bounce is probably going to be quite aggressive because when we look over at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map right now, look at how bright it is up here. There's so much brightness that is a lot higher than the current price and a lot of darkness below it, which means that when you see bright on this chart, that's the magnet. Think of the brighter the color, the larger the magnet. Same goes for Ethereum as well. Can you see that UFO floating up at the top here at $4,660? That is billions and billions and billions of dollars getting liquidated when the price is to hit that level. And wouldn't it be poetic for all these people that have turned bearish in the past 24, 48 hours, having seen the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum drop down, for it to just start printing all over their faces, ruining any chance of their bear market taking place? Because right now, one of the most common narratives that I see in crypto is, oh, the bull market's ending, the prices are too high, it's coming down. And this completely ignores so many fundamental things that are incredibly bullish in the crypto market. And you'll know about these things. But at its core, the US is bullish on crypto. The US is about to print a load of money. The US is starting to drop interest rates. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world does when the president of the United States is the degenerate meme coin gambler. That is good for us. And that means that we're gonna make a lot of money. You only get a bear market when confidence is lost. So when you have the man beating the drum at the top of society, confidence won't be lost. Have some confidence. Buy the dip. This price is going up here. It might not be today, tomorrow, or the day after, but it will happen. And then it'll go so much higher than here. Now, this is the Solana liquidation heat map. And again, we've got a lot more brightness at the top of this chart than what we do lower than the current price. Solana will do $1,000. It just will. And when we talk about altcoins, like I mentioned at the start of today's video, Solana isn't one of the ones that I'm going to plug, but I am going to plug it in a sense of, if you put $1 in Solana today, I am 100% confident that at some point within the next 2 years, that dollar will be worth $5. So if you know that and you can be very confident about the growth of a single asset in a single currency, just commit. Just put everything you've got into it. And I know that's not sound financial advice, but I'm not a sound financial advisor. I made my money taking big bets, money that I didn't have, on coins that everyone said were rubbish and the bear market was happening and they would never come back. Now, we will discuss Bitcoin in more detail and I will give you the price levels for entering and exiting your trades on the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. But just before we do that, we need to discuss altcoins, because when you're scrolling through CoinMarketCap today, you're seeing a little bit of green, a little bit of red, but pretty much nothing after yesterday's crash. And I get endless amounts of questions from people saying, what do I buy? What do I buy? Look, there's two things, or three things pretty much that I'm buying. First one being Solana. I'm throwing pretty much everything I've got into Solana. The second one being SWISSBORG. SWISSBORG's coin, I'm very confident at a minimum will reach $2, and at the high end of it, maybe it gets to $5, maybe $10. SWISSBORG is one of the most bullish companies on planet Earth. SWISSBORG has so much AUM, so much more than what they did during the previous bull market. What's AUM? It's assets under management. It's people that have put money on the platform. That means that they generate higher trading fees, and SWISSBORG buys back their coin with the profits generated from their trading fees. Very soon, this week, a major announcement is happening to SWISSBORG. They're announcing something pretty huge which will bump the price of this coin very significantly. This won't be 43 cents at the end of the week, I'm telling you now. Again, it's not financial advice, but I can tell you, I put in $400,000 £100,000 into SWISSBORG at 20 cents. I want to cash at least £3 million on my SWISSBORG trade. I know that it'll happen because I've got the confidence and I've taken the exact same trade before, and the maths of it made complete sense last time, just like the maths of it makes complete sense this time. And SWISSBORG is probably the most bullish coin out there, not even in the top 100. It's only got an FDV of 423 million, but I'm so confident in this coin performing so well, mainly because SWISSBORG has got millions of users, and at the same time as having their own users, their coin, they delisted it on purpose from every exchange. A lot of people go, why would you delist from every exchange? Because exchanges have massive selling pressure during crashes. But what happened to SWISSBORG yesterday during the crash? It didn't have a crash. It just went up because real people are out there buying this coin, and it's not listed on these exchanges, so you're not tempted to short it. You're not tempted to sell it during these periods of time because people are buying the coin, locking it up, and using it on the app. Most of SWISSBORG's supply is already staked and locked. There isn't a huge amount of available supply, so the more users that they generate throughout the course of this bull market, the higher that price is going to go. And at 42.8 cents, I still think it's incredibly cheap. The other coin would be WEEX token. The same exact investment thesis as SWISSBORG. WEEX right now is a small exchange. It's got a 243 million FTV. When we first mentioned this coin, it was down at 2 cents. Then I made a whole video about it when it was around 3 cents, and now it's at 4 cents. It just keeps going up. And if you look at the 1 year WEEX chart here, it pretty much only goes up. Sure, you have your declines in price. It's down 10% over the course of the past couple of days. You got to remember, WEEX has got different traders on it to what SWISSBORG does. So to have a price drop here, for me, it's a buying opportunity. I'll be going out and buying this as soon as I've posted this video. But I'm already sat on a humongous bag of it, and I'll continue to buy more of it. And the reason I bring these to your attention is I'm not going to point out 20 different random coins that are all at 10 million market cap that I know that my video is going to pump. We're not playing that game. These are big coins with big caps that are going to perform well to at least 10x over the course of the next couple of years, in my opinion. It's not a guarantee. These are crypto assets at the end of the day, and mad things can happen. But I wouldn't put money, and I wouldn't recommend anything that I didn't believe in. Not that this is a recommendation. Please read the disclaimer in the comment section and in the video description. One of the smart things that WEEX have done is the exact same thing as what SWISSBORG has done. SWISSBORG is only listed on decentralized exchanges, so they can control the value of it in a liquidity pool. WEEX is only listed pretty much on WEEX. Pretty much all the trading volume for WEEX coin comes from WEEX. WEEX is a BYBIT, BLOFIN kind of competitor. It's smaller right now, but you can make an exchange account on the link in today's video description, and when you do that, you'll not only get $10 for completely free, but you'll also get cheaper fees on the exchange. Now, over time, as we know with exchange coins, as an exchange makes money, it adds utility to the exchange, and then they integrate that utility into the coin, generally giving fee discounts and whatnot. That whole process on WEEX is yet to take place, and I think over the next 2 to 3 years, we will see this coin at $1. I'm not making plays anymore that might make me 1000x. I want a confident, solid 10 to 20x out of this bull run, because at that point in time, we're sitting pretty, and I can finally buy myself a yacht, because all I want is a yacht, because I just want to float around in the ocean and drive around in circles all day. That sounds like a pretty good time to me. Either way, you'll find a link for WEEX in the video description. But now it's time to discuss Bitcoin, which is currently making a bounce right now, reaching this resistance level of about $113,300, give or take a little bit. And if we break that range, that's pretty exciting for Bitcoin, because we've got a massive gap in liquidity that is leading up to this level up here at $115,000. And at the point where you're pushing 115k, we'll just make the full reversal and the price will just go straight back up. When it comes to looking at the liquidation heat map right now for Bitcoin, as you can see, there's a lot up at 120k and beyond. There is so many positions that will get liquidated that are these early short positions that I believe are wrong. I don't believe you should be shorting the market right now. I believe you should have more confidence than ever, and these dips are for buying, because ultimately the price is only going to keep going higher. When it comes to Ethereum, if you look at what Stonksy is doing on the 15-minute chart, which is an insanely accurate indicator here with using Stonksy, you can see that Stonksy, the last few trades, profitable trade, very nice profitable trade, then not so profitable trade, just a pretty neutral trade, then a hugely profitable trade, and right now we're entering the green. Stonksy's taking a long position here on the 15-minute chart, and should that pay off, that'll be again another very profitable trade. It took that trade there at $4,200. It's currently $4,215, and for the trading challenge right now, we find ourselves still in an Ethereum long position because of what Stonksy is saying. I'm holding on to it, everything like that. I think the price is gonna, I mean, look at it right now, it's rallying. Oh god, it's jumping up in price. That's very nice. Let's give it a refresh, because I don't think that chart there was refreshing, but look at that. We're starting to move upwards pretty significantly on the price of Ethereum, so let's hope that momentum sustains and these profit, or rather there is some nice profit on these trades here, because again, if we look over at the Ethereum heat map, look at this range. When you see light colors on a liquidation heat map, that means it's a magnet, and this right up here at $4,700 is a massive magnet for the price of Ethereum right now, which could mean that we get a $400 10% day coming pretty soon. Don't forget that Jerome Powell is hosting an emergency meeting in about 10 hours time. Nobody knows what it's confidence about, it could make a big pump on the markets if there's a sudden confidence increase. Now, Solana this morning came all the way down to $210, and right now it's back at $220 again, having had a pretty nice bounce back to the upside. But Solana finds itself sat on an odd level of support here. It was previously resistance. It's a retest of support, and currently, like many of the other coins that we've looked at in today's video, it's now back in no man's land. You can see the gap in liquidity, with the major zone of liquidity being up here at about $237. Looking at the Solana heat map, it's the same story as everything else right now, where you can see the price up here. $240 is where next people start getting liquidated, with really nothing below. There's no pressure below these current prices. And taking everything else out of the equation here, 55% of traders are long on Hyperliquid, 45% of traders are short. And when we look through these positions here, I wanted to show you some positions that people are in, like this guy here. He's shorted XRP with $17 million. He's shorted he's long Bitcoin. He's short on SUI. He's long on Solana. Just because you've got a lot of money doesn't make you a good trader, I think is this portfolio kind of exemplified by. He's made a lot of money here on a bunch of different other coins where he's in these short positions that he's placed recently. But the question is, can he take that profit, if he even has profit? Because some of these short positions like Chainlink, like Hyperliquid, like SUI, these ones are all in such a massive loss. And this is a trend that we see throughout Hyperliquid right now, with people that were previously quite long on everything potentially considering these short positions. We also see quite a lot of people that are in long positions right now on Hyperliquid quite severely underwater. This account here has got $31 million equity. We can see this 24-hour P&L is positive, and he has been down $6 million recently. But if we look at the all-time trading chart, this guy's pretty good at trading, and he maintains his long positions here. And this is another Hyperliquid trader here that's got $9 million account equity, not had really any growth in his account all year, but has suddenly decided to take out an abhorrent amount of short positions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Asta, Doge, every single thing this guy is short on right now. Now, they're not massive position sizes apart from the Bitcoin trade here, which is a $20 million short position that is already losing $320,000. It won't take much of a move for this guy to really start stinging. And the final Hyperliquid trader I want to show you has got an account equity here of $22 million. He's built it up from being basically zero with $200,000. And as you can see, currently this guy is now sat in more than $10 million worth of losses. One is a long position on Pump, so maybe he follows the channel, and the other one is a long position on Ethereum. How do you even be $7 million in a loss on a pump? Who opens a $28 million pump trade? How much money do you need in your life to justify taking trades like this? $100 million in a $28 million position. Like, this is crazy trading. But overall, when kind of thinking about the markets and what we've discussed here, I am very, very bullish. But overall, when we start thinking about the markets and kind of considering everything, when it comes to support levels, support is clear. 210 on Solana, a break below 210, it's gonna really dump and go back down to like maybe 180. Ethereum's the same. At these basic levels of support, if it fails, it'll drop. But for now, we've not failed, so we're still in the buy the dip category, where you'd expect a bit more fluctuation in this range, followed by a significant move back to the upside. You have to be a bull in this market. There's no excuse for not being a bull in this market. In order to make the most money in this market, you have to bet on up. And if you want to get into trading, check out the link for BLOFIN in today's video description. On BLOFIN, they're running a great offer at the moment where you can see it on the screen. It's pretty easy to do $100 million in trading volume. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but over the span of a month, it's like not that difficult. Not only that, but you get a 25% fee discount. So check out BLOFIN. But overall, I remain completely convinced that even any downside that we might maybe have, it's going to be short-lived. Whenever we see a dip, we buy the dip. We're in buy the dip territory. The bull market's not over. You need some confidence. It's Pumptember going into Pumptober, and then it's Moonvember, and then it's Gigapump December. And we're going to do nothing but go up till the end of the year. And I actually, as much as I make a bit of a joke about that, I actually fully believe that. Because as I said at the start of the video, the White House is the biggest player in crypto right now, and they are trying to get crypto sorted out. They're trying to put these crypto market structure bills in place so that people can act. People can legally do things with crypto in the US, which will add so much utility and add so much more confidence and make people buy it. Deutsche Bank is saying that Bitcoin is going to follow in gold's footsteps and volatility will decline. And that's the case, that as price goes higher, you will see the daily fluctuations get less and less. But that's what makes the smaller stuff attractive. And the higher that Bitcoin's price goes, the more likely it is that we start seeing these random altcoins pop off left, right, and center. So there is still potentially this spray and pray altcoin season on the cards, but it's just not there yet. There has been a lot of liquidations in cryptos recently, as you can see by this article. But crypto traders aren't ones to step away from volatility. We more like dive into it head first and just see what happens. And this is good. This is showing confidence. And finally, in today's crypto news, Mantra. I want to bring this up because Mantra's price over the past year has done nothing but go down. And if you all remember what happened with Mantra, Mantra. Mantra was basically costing nothing, and then it was $7 a coin, and then it was nothing again. And all year it's been going down. Even when we remove this period of time here after whatever happened, you can see it's not had a good year, but Mantra is making some changes. Maybe it's the stop of this constant decline in price, and maybe it'll spur some new investors to start buying it up again, but it is still listed everywhere. Still got that Binance listing at the end of the day, still got millions of dollars of volume on Binance, and ultimately, when you have that Binance listing, you're at a massive advantage to the market. The scary thing would be with Mantra, if it gets delisted off of Binance, it's done. Sell it, it's going to zero, it'll never recover. There's only 36 days left till the next Fed meeting, and there's a 90% chance of another rate cut at the next meeting. Overall, I just don't see any reason to be long-term bearish on the market right now, which makes taking any kind of short position just a very high risk maneuver. I want to know what you are, if you're bullish or bearish, so do let me know in the comment section below. So far, we've not managed to get a video of mine to hit 500 likes, so if this video hits 500 likes, I'll give away $10,000 to somebody that leaves a comment in the comment section below. But on that note, guys, thank you all very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you on a stream sometime. Goodbye.